So I did a quick update on the Salvage Leon. So here we go. I did quickly squirt the engine over, just get the worst of it off so I can see what's going on. I've put a topped on battery checker on the battery. It's a little bit lazy, it does start. You'd probably be alright if you were using it daily, but it says 69% efficiency, so it's only 44 quid or something online for a new battery, so I'll do that. So it just saves a lot of trouble with the winter coming up. I'm pleased with the car. I'm going to give it an oil change just because I don't know when it was last serviced. It wasn't expensive, it's quite easy to do. The filters here, air filters there, so I'll do the oil filter, air filter, change the little crush washer on the sump plug, and probably put a cabin filter in as well because the car's been sat, it's been quite wet. As you can see, it's had a really good clean. It did come up really well. I just used a Vax, a normal Vax. I did actually bleach spray everything just to make sure it was as clean as it could be. And yeah, we're about there. The stereo works, the aircon works really well, which is a bonus. I've ordered some mats off eBay with some gold, some grey stitching to match the vehicle, 23 quid or something, not too expensive. And I'm just in the process, my little top tip, I'm just doing the gas struts. These are a bit weak, they're very easy to change. Just make sure you put something to stop the boot coming down on your head. So you just get a little flat blade screwdriver on the original one. It's an end here with a wedge, you can just flick it up. As you can see here, I've just forced that one away. And the new ones just clip in, very simply clip in. Again, not expensive, had them off eBay, $12.99. And I think, I'm not certain, there's an issue with this bulb carrier, which is why the one of the two tail lamps doesn't work, the one in the boot lid itself. So this was £16 for a genuine one, so I've ordered a new one. I'll fit that, hopefully that cures my problem. My window's in and working. That was a bit of a fiddle. You have to take the speaker out, and you have to take this trim out, and you have to take this trim out. Then you can find all the relevant screws to get the whole door card off. And the door card, you have to it's on hooks, so you have to lift it up and out. It is a bit fiddle, but it wasn't too bad. So I paid £1,286, including the fees, 25 quid for the glass, £78 for the key. Cost me 12 euros with my Otis to code the key in, so then that got the car running and starting. 20 something quid for the mats, 12 quid for the gas struts, 16 for the little bit on the lamp, and it cost me another 40 for the battery. But I've got a vehicle now which has an MOT until August next year, has new brakes all round, good tyres, and only a few little marks, which for an 09 plate vehicle I'm really not worried. So I'm quite pleased with it for what it is. I would definitely recommend people having a go themselves if they've got some skills. Probably the key would be the one thing that would put many people off, but I did speak to a locksmith company, and very simply they did say that they would do 2 keys for me with remote control, so unlocking all the doors, 240 quid including the VAT. So it's not as scary as you think on the older vehicles, and you just need a fairly decent gag reflex pretty much for the interior. That was absolutely disgusting in terms of smell with the damp. It hadn't had a dog in it, but it was horrible. But a bit of Febreze, it's come up all right. So I'm quite looking forward to what's coming next for this car. I may do a video showing it in use. So anyway, hope this has been helpful, or at least cured someone's boredom whilst they're scrolling on YouTube. And we see some other people putting up salvage auctions, saved vehicles in future, because in my opinion it really is worth doing, and there's nothing worse than the throwaway culture that we've got, especially with vehicles. Something like this, 1,500 quid, it's probably 3 months on a lease on a new car, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with this now. The aircon works, stereo works, and starts, runs and drives, and I don't really worry about where I leave it. So anyway, any questions, feel free to leave any comments, and I'll do my best to answer them. It was a company called Cinetic that I bought the vehicle from. You can register online, but there's loads of auctions.